Hey everyone, Michael Kerr here with another 5 minutes with, in this case, it is the brilliant Mike Easton, who I have known for a long time, CEO of Argus Metals, CEO of TerraCab. See, you've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. You're right. You're in the manufacturing space, based in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. So, Mike, I was going to ask you, what are you reading? Any interesting books these days?
Funny you should ask because I do. I'm currently reading three books.
Three.
I'm reading this one, which I,
Wow.
I think you might know the author. Was it Small Moments, Big Outcomes? I'm also reading this one, currently Small Moments, Big Outcomes, and this one, Big Outcomes, Small Moments.
That's
They all have similar titles.
they all have similar
You
titles.
know,
They all look very similar. That's an
yeah,
excellent
it's
library
an excellent
you have there,
read,
Mike.
and
So
yeah, it's an
so
excellent read, very inspiring, and I got to say that one of my favorite books of last year. So.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's dive in now. I love your mindset around culture, around creating great workplaces. I know this is something that is so important and so close to your heart, and I love this. Can you share with us your framing of how you think about culture in the big picture?
Yeah, I think, culture is the essence of a business. Every company has four walls and some equipment or something that makes a product that pays the bills. But the people are your real resources. So for me, having a culture that elevates the people and lets them actually live in a place like we're manufacturing. Our main business, Argus Industries, it does gaskets that go in airplanes and different things that are rubber, cork, foam, plastic, that kind of stuff. But they really do go in, Boeings and Bombardiers and we all sorts of stuff that are serious business,
Right.
but yet we like to have fun. And we always say we like to have serious fun is kind of how we operate inside our company. So a lot of our stuff is culture based, making people feel like every person has kind of that 5 minutes of fame, that everybody is super important. And I think for me, it's never been about kind of power. It's always been about kind of making everyone lift it up. So we have this upside down triangle is kind of our logo. I don't know if it'll show up, but you can see there's like Argus Metals. There's this little upside
Yeah.
down triangle with everyone. And that logo is really meaning that like I'm at the bottom of the thing, and it's the image is actually a tree, but in the triangle it's your reverse pyramid of the president with vice presidents and service people and then the production staff. I turn that upside down, and the
Ah.
production staff are the most important. And I'm at the bottom of the thing. So my part is more the resources and protecting the roots of the organization, not the guy at the top dictating with the crap flowing
Oh,
downhill.
I love
So
that.
so our whole thing is this upside down pyramid, and that is again in our logos, but it's called a supportive leadership style. So it's always about supporting the people above you and giving them all the tools and resources to do the best they can do. And again, they now support the people above them, and it goes all the way up to the manufacturing staff that
Oh,
are
that's
actually
great.
making the product that the customer actually wants, right?
Right.
And so it's one of those things that if the customer could just call the guy on the machine and say, give me 10 of these things, that's what they want. Everybody else is in the way. So we celebrate the people that actually make what the customer wants,
Are
not
doing
just
the real work, right?
exactly, not just the people facilitating the
Yeah.
paper to get it out there.
Yeah,
So,
and Mike, I want to get to this. You have this wonderful framing. It reminds me of a Phil Collins song, actually, about you've got this framing around hearts and minds. How you just
yes.
want to have one collective heart, but
So
multiple
this is
minds.
what we say. As lots of people say, it's like a yes man organization where you have all these people that are all have the same mindset. And we say, no, this is the whole point of it is actually you want to build a team with a whole bunch of different mindsets. So I have one guy who's a rocket scientist, one person who's a financial genius, one person who's an international kind of systems and process guy. I want all these different minds, but I want them to have the same heart. And that's the thing. That's your values. So if your values line up, it
Ah,
doesn't matter about the minds. The minds are where you're pulling all your information from. So I want as diversified of information when I'm helping, or if I'm looking for someone to help me make a decision, I want a diversified pooling of information. I don't want to just have the same person give me the same answer 5 different ways. So at that point,
clones of everybody, right? You're all thinking alike.
exactly.
You're not going to come up with new ideas, innovative
And I don't
ideas.
want people like me because they're just going to say yes because that's not what you want. So anyway, so I always have a diversified set of minds with the single heart, and that is really where you pull all your value from, and you can really create a rock star team around that.
Oh, I love that, Mike. Thank you so much. One heart, diverse minds to drive success, to build a heart driven culture. Thank you, Mike.